Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at using some simple operations with complex numbers. So for this is going to include addition and subtraction, scalar multiplication, and regular multiplication. So looking at addition and subtraction, how do we add or subtract complex numbers? Very easily, because all we're going to do is we are going to combine the real parts together and then we're going to combine the imaginary parts together. So I've got a simple example here. So we've got two complex numbers, z is equal to 4 plus 2i, and w is equal to 8 plus I. So two questions here. We're going to find the addition of z plus w. So to do that, z plus w is going to be equal to 4 plus 2i plus 8 plus I. So we're going to equate the real parts together. So that's going to be equal to 12. And the imaginary parts together, so that's going to be equal to 3i. Let's have a look at part B now. So we're going to find the difference between these two complex numbers. So that's going to be 4 plus 2i minus 8 plus I. So again, we're going to have the real parts which are going to combine. So 4 take 8 is going to be negative 4. And then we're going to equate the imaginary parts together. So 2i minus I is going to be equal to, 1i. So that's going to be plus 1i. Very easy. Let's go ahead and look at some scalar multiplication now. So again, here's another really simple operation using complex numbers. So with scalar multiplication, we have a single value that's going to multiply through by every single thing in the complex number. So for example, I have z is equal to 4 plus 2i, and I want to find 10z. So all I'm going to do is multiply everything by 10. So 10z is going to be equal to 40 plus 2i. So let's do a little bit more of a complex problem here. So two complex numbers here. The first one, z is equal to 3 plus 2i, and w is equal to 1 minus 4i. So we're going to combine two different skills here. We're going to combine the scalar operation with subtraction. And we're going to do that by finding 2z take 3w. So let's start off. 2z is going to be equal to 2 lots of everything here. So that's going to become 6 plus 4i. Next, we're going to find 3w. So that's going to triple everything here. So we're going to have 3 take 12i. Now we can do 2z take 3w. So that's going to be equal to 6 plus 4i. Minus 3 minus 12i. So first we're going to do the real parts together. So 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. And 4 minus negative 12 is going to be equal to positive 16i. Let's go ahead and let's have a look at some more complex multiplication. When we're doing regular multiplication, it's really important to remember that I is a number. I is just like another variable that we are dealing with here. And we also know that I squared is equal to negative 1. So if we do multiply two imaginary values together and we get I squared, then we can simplify that. So again, we've got the same two complex numbers as before. Z is equal to 4 plus 2i and w is equal to 8 plus I. So let's find z times w. So z times w is going to be equal to 4 plus 2i times by 8 plus I. So with this, we don't need to look at the real parts and the imaginary parts separately. 4 times by 8 is going to be equal to 32. This is just using my distributive law. 4 times by I is going to be equal to 4i. 2i times by 8 is going to be equal to 16i. And 2i times I is going to be equal to 2i squared. Now we can replace this. This is equal to negative 1. So we have 32 plus 20i minus 2. Now we can go ahead and we can combine the two real parts together. So we have 30 plus 20i. Let's go ahead now and find z squared. So z squared is going to be equal to 4 plus 2i times by 4 plus 2i. So again, let's do the same thing using that distributive law. We're going to get 16 plus 8i plus 8i plus 4i squared. So that's going to be equal to 16 plus 16i minus 4. So we're going to get our complex number of 12 plus 16i. Last one now, let's do w squared. So that's going to be equal to 8 plus I multiplied by 8 plus I. So again, using my distributive law, we're going to get 64 plus 8i plus 8i plus I squared. We know that this is going to be equal to -1. So then we're going to end up with 63 plus 16i. So we've gone through in this video how to do really simple addition and subtraction of complex numbers. I've shown you some examples using scalar multiplication. And finally, we've done some regular multiplication using two complex numbers. All of these operations are pretty straightforward. So my biggest tip here would be just to practice, practice, practice. In the next video, we're going to look at some more complex problems. So we're going to look at division of complex numbers. So if you want to check that out, please stick around and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.